In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to create the drawing for a part. So let's start with a new drawing and select the first one. In the graphic window, Inventor displays a default drawing sheet that includes a title box. In the border area, the Drawing 1 icon is displayed on the top, which means we are using the drawing mode. Now let's use the Manage tab in the ribbon toolbar and select the Style Editor to change the drawing sheet format. From left side, we see currently we are using the default standard, which is ANSI. We can see all of these parameters. If we go to the top right corner, we can select All Style. Then all of the style is showing up there. Let's switch back to Active Standard and see what we got in the default standard. Let's select the View Preference. Let's check and confirm that projection type is set to third angle of projection. Let's go to the dimension in the list on the left and select default. And then we see the default dimension styles with precisions, and we can also click on the tab to change the different text. You can do any kind of modification here. When we finish, let's click Save and Close and to exit the Style and Standard Editor dialog. Let's first use a predefined drawing sheet format. Instead of drawing browser window, let's click the plus symbol in front of the drawing resource. Then click the plus symbol in front of the sheet format. Now here we have several options. Let's double click to select the C size IPT5 view. Select the file we want to use. Let's just use it U bracket. Once we select, click on OK, and now you'll be able to see the 5 views showing in this drawing. Now let's go to our drawing browser, and you see here we have two sheets, sheet 1 and sheet 2. Sheet 2 is highlighted, means it is active. If we want to do drawing on sheet 1, we'll just right-click on sheet 1 and activate it. I want to change the size of the sheet, so I just right-click on sheet 1 again, click on Edit Sheet, and then I pick the size to be B. So you see the height and width has been changed. Let's click on OK. Now we have a sheet with size B. In Inventor drawing mode, the first drawing view we create is called a base view. Let's click on the base view in the Place View panel. Set the scale to be 1 by 1. Click OK. Now we get a base view. We can use our cursor to drag this around. Orthographic projections aligned to the base view can be created by using the projected. Let's click on the projected. We can move the cursor above towards the upright and towards the right of our base view to place the location of those views. And then once we're done, right click, create, and now we got all of the views. Now if we drag and move one of the views, the other views associated with it will move together. If we want to adjust the view scale of the isometric view, we'll just move our cursor there, right click, select Edit View option. We can change the scale to 3 by 4, click on OK. Now we update the view. By default, feature dimensions are not displayed in the 2D views. We can creating parametric dimensions by several different ways. If we select Annotate and we move our cursor on top of the top view of the mode. So instead of the graphic, let's do a right click, and then we can select Retrieve Modal Annotation to display the parametric dimensions. In the Sketch and Feature Dimensions tab, let's select Source Options to select parts. Click OK. You see, many of the dimensions used to create parts are now displayed in the Select view. We can use our mouse to drag the locations of those dimensions. We are still missing several of the dimensions. Let's click Retrieve Model Annotation again, select Front View, and click on Select Parts. Click on OK. Now we get the rest of the dimensions. We can add additional dimensions by clicking on the dimension. Now let's click on this arc, and now we can add on the dimension of this, and we can even do some editing there. If you remember some of the technical drawings we saw before, there's a cross type of mark at the center of a circle or an arc. This is actually called a center mark. We can add this center mark by click on the center mark button and then click on the arc where we want to add this center mark for. We can also add center lines for each. Click on the center line or bisector, and then if we click on the two lines where we want to put on the center line, now we can create a center line for each of the holes. After adding the center line, now let's also add the center mark for the top view. Let's adjust the location where we want to annotate our dimensions. We can also adjust this diameter into radius. So now you see it changed to R. Let's complete our drawing by adding some text. On top of the box, let's type in Washington Lee University, our institution. Title part, let's give the title called U bracket design. Now we're done with the drawing.